Regresamos con Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Capítulo anterior vencimos a uno de los hombres más rápidos del oeste. Y ahora estamos buscando a un jefe indígena. Así que vamos a ver cómo nos va.
Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move. He led a band of young Apache warriors who wanted retribution and were more than willing to die for him. They saw me before I saw them.
Oh. Ahora apenas le veo la cabeza. Ahí fue.
It crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now that the shooting had started, there was no backing down. Country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas, and that's why they had retreated there. I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did, but then again,
Estoy mejorando con mi puntería con control. Ha servido grabar con control, ¿no? Au, 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 au. Ya sí siento que estoy mejorando mi puntería.
not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout.
Ah, Winchester es hermoso.
Crevice that led to a deeper cave.
Don't tell me you went in there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry cussedness. See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit. They had torches on the wall.
Conveniente que tengan antorchas para ayudarme a mí a poderlos matar más fácil.
How big was his cave? Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian War.
Pues sí, recordemos que Estados Unidos tuvo una guerra con las tribus indígenas.
The cave was haunted with dead
Como
Indian
los
ghosts.
estadounidenses mataron más indígenas que los británicos.
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
Oh, trae sin munición de pistola. Perfecto. Hermoso, munición.
How come you know so much about engines?
A few years back, I was married to two Mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the Mescalero.
Tuvo dos esposas
So what
indígenas,
Oh,
wow.
I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both of them nagging at me all the time. Drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh,
Ah,
well, I pursued him into the cave of death.
voy a subir cositas de nivel. A ver. Ranger. Ya no tengo más puntos.
I came upon this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid. His
Ooh.
voice echoed in the shadows,
Badass.
and I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me.
Ah, la malicia indígena.
As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow. I have no tears.
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will
La
bite
madre.
shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes.
Oh!
And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me, though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
Ah, mierda. Uf. Uf. Apenas digo que mejoro, empeoro en la siguiente habitación.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly, one just appeared. Kind of like a miracle. I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river. To get where I was going required several leaps of faith. No way in hell I was turning back.
Pensé que me había muerto.
I chased after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo Jumbo's right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy, brother, but I am relating exactly what happened to me. There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens.
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little lady.
Pues sí, uno normalmente no puede confiar mucho en la historia narrada. La gente tiende a exagerar los eventos. Por eso siempre es bueno tener varias perspectivas de los mismos eventos.
Steep climb up creek ahead of me and scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me. And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
What kind of trap?
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches surrounding me.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who are you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them.
¿De dónde? ¿De dónde? Ah, ya lo vi.
And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before. I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air.
La malicia indígena.
Never did find him.
Nunca lo volví a
And never did
encontrar.
collect
Ay,
my
madre.
goddamn bounty.
Ah, perdimos la ida.
Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
Oh. Esta música está chévere.
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of the right?
I did my best, sir. We all did. It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob 2 banks at the same time. 2 banks on the same damn street.
¿Qué hijo de madres? ¿2 bancos en la misma calle?
No ambition. Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property. Their first mistake was pulling a job in their own damn hometown. The boys grew up in Coffeeville, so everybody knew it.
got as a hero. Put some balls in him.
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact
Sí, ahí
it went
ven
down very
diferentes
differently.
perspectivas para el mismo evento.
First
Y
of all, it was high
las cuentan
noon.
muy
A
diferentes.
posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys. They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months. Now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. This man had no intention of letting the Daltons slip away. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait till something pitches out.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns. He went in there alone to confront those criminals. One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
He paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank. Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting. A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did. It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
Ahí fue.
We've got company.
Heroic men like him who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free.
Ah, típico.
Davy Crockett
Son of a
died
bitch!
defending the Alamo.
Ah, esta música me encanta.
You better hide.
Oh. Un coleccionable. ¿Dónde? Oh, hola. Yay.
Over there.
Oh, me agüevé.
That's Silas Greaves. What the hell?
Blam! He came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons. His name was Silas Greaves. And when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
Ahora vamos a ver qué pasó de verdad.
It was early evening, not high noon. The Daltons blew up a safe, and were all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
You or me?
El líder, el amante y el perdedor.
I've been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still
Sí,
had
lo que hicieron
friends
fue
in
demasiado
coffee.
estúpido.
You can't get me. You ain't bothering me none.
De por sí la madera no serviría para parar disparos.
Those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught
Eso es
sight of
cool.
the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons. And they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons. Which wasn't any surprise, because those two families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeyville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
Shit happens, so sí, obvio.
Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least two of them to escape.
Yo no esperaba que me fueran a joder la retirada. Oh,
It was
oh
him,
boy.
the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Reeves. This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers. I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
You ain't getting by me, Reeves.
Tiene una escopeta. Ah,
Red-headed stepchild.
ahí fue.
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in it?
23 tiros, fue madre.
But I have to admit, that boy had grit.
We'll get those suckers.
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track him to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp
Pues
and
pantano es
foggy as hell.
pantano sin importar la época del año, ¿no?
It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks. It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color, red as blood. The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Bury them in the snow. Plant them where they stand.
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm. So I had to face them alone.
Prefiero ahorrar munición y
I
no,
wondered why
no ir
my
a Kimbo.
compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
A ver, aquí debe haber algo, ¿no? Nope. Gastar puntos.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet. But I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends. The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
No veo. El movement speed está inmundo.
Point being, I was under serious attack.
Whew.
And my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
Oh, nice.
But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view, but just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running through the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was. Steve? So I just started walking, and pretty soon, Steve? Steve?
Huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides. No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No,
Al-
I'm listening.
Alguien está
I was
prestando
just
atención al menos.
resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers.
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet, but I did find a few of their cousins. Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what. But hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, dinamita con dinamita. Oh, double kill.
Can you shoot around corners?
No tengo dinamita. Me sirve la munición. ¿Dónde? No lo veo.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere.
Poder esquivar un
Standing together against
escopetazo.
anyone who would threaten them. And that's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
Ah,
Steamboat?
barco a
In a
vapor.
swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps?
Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
¿Eso qué importa?
Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn
Y voy a
army
dejar
on
este
board.
capítulo de Call of Juarez Gunslinger hasta aquí. En el próximo pues vamos a entrar al barco de vapor y vamos a pelear contra los hermanos. Así que nos vemos.